Hey everyone, and welcome back to Learning English with Noel. I'm so excited to be here with you today because we're tackling a topic that so many of you have asked for: business English. Specifically, how to master those essential words and phrases that will help you speak English fluently in a professional environment, even if you're just starting out. And I'm not alone today. I've brought in a fantastic expert, someone with years of experience in corporate communication and a passion for helping people shine. Please welcome Natalie. Natalie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Noel. I'm thrilled to be here and share some insights that I hope will be genuinely useful for your audience.
Absolutely. Natalie, before we dive in, could you tell everyone a little bit about your background and why business English is so crucial today?
Of course, my background is in international business development, which meant a lot of communication across different cultures and in various professional settings. What I quickly realized is that while general English gets you by, business English is a specific dialect. It's about precision, professionalism, and understanding the unspoken rules of the corporate world.
That's a great way to put it, a specific dialect. So, it's not just about knowing vocabulary, right? It's about context.
That's a great way to put it, a specific dialect. So, it's not just about knowing vocabulary, right? It's about context.
And the stakes are higher. In a casual conversation, a mistake might just be a funny moment. In a business context, it could lead to misunderstandings, missed opportunities, or even career setbacks.
Precisely, it builds credibility. When you use the right terms, it shows you understand the environment. It boosts your confidence, too. The more fluent and appropriate your language, the more comfortable you'll feel participating in discussions, giving presentations, or networking.
So, today, we're going to break down some of the most common and useful business English words and phrases that can immediately elevate your communication. We'll start with general terms, then move into specific scenarios like meetings, finance, and marketing.
And we'll also share some practical tips on how to actually learn and practice these words effectively, so they become second nature.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get started. If you're ready, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Core Business Vocabulary Part 1, General Office and Communication. All right, Natalie, let's kick off with some general business words that everyone should know. These are applicable across almost any industry.
Great idea. The first one I'd highlight is colleague. This means a person with whom one works in a profession or business, instead of always saying my coworker. Colleague sounds more professional and is very common. For example, I had a productive meeting with my colleagues this morning.
That's a great one. Simple, but effective. How about deadline? This is the latest time or date by which something should be completed. This is everywhere in business. We need to submit this report by Friday, so the deadline is tight.
Yes, deadlines are crucial. Next up, how about agenda? An agenda is a list of items to be discussed at a meeting. Before any meeting, you usually have an agenda. It keeps everyone on track. Please review the meeting agenda before we start.
And closely related, minutes. These are a written record of what was said and decided at a meeting. After the meeting, someone takes the minutes. Could you please send out the minutes of our last discussion?
Perfect. Another common one is feedback. This is information about reactions to a product, a person's performance of a task, etc., used as a basis for improvement. Receiving and giving feedback is vital for growth. I'd appreciate your feedback on my presentation, or the team received positive feedback on their new initiative.
Super important. And how about for tasks? We often talk about prioritize. This means to determine the order for dealing with a series of tasks or projects according to their relative importance. I have a lot to do, so I need to prioritize my tasks for today. This means deciding what's most important.
Perfect. Another common one is feedback. This is information about reactions to a product, a person's performance of a task, etc., used as a basis for improvement. Receiving and giving feedback is vital for growth. I'd appreciate your feedback on my presentation, or the team received positive feedback on their new initiative.
That leads nicely to team player. A team player is a person who is good at working with other people as part of a group. We're looking for someone who is a strong team player and can work well with others.
Another one is strategy. A strategy is a plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall aim. Our new marketing strategy aims to reach a wider audience.
And to put that strategy into action, we implement it. To implement means to put a decision, plan, or agreement into effect. We need to implement the new software by next month.
Great, let's touch on two important terms for money, revenue and profit. They are often confused. Revenue is the total income produced by a given source, profit is financial gain. Especially the difference between the amount earned and the amount spent in buying, operating, or producing something. Revenue is the total money a company brings in, like from sales. Profit is what's left after all expenses are paid. Our revenue increased this quarter, but our profit margin stayed the same due to higher costs.
That's a crucial distinction. Thanks for clarifying, Natalie. So, to recap this first set of words for general office and communication, we covered colleague, deadline, agenda, minutes, feedback, prioritize, collaborate, team player, strategy, implement, revenue, and profit. Practice using these in sentences, and you'll immediately sound more professional. Core Business Vocabulary Part 2. Meetings and Finance and Marketing Specifics. Now, let's dive into some more specific areas. First up, meetings, because who doesn't have meetings in business?
Indeed, for meetings, beyond agenda and minutes, you'll often hear briefing. A briefing is a meeting for giving information or instructions. We have a quick briefing before the client presentation to go over the final details.
And then there's pitch. A pitch can be a noun or a verb. As a noun, it's a presentation given to persuade someone to buy something or to accept an idea. As a verb, it's the act of giving that presentation. She gave an excellent pitch for her new product idea. Or as a verb, I need to pitch this proposal to the board next week.
Excellent. Also, when talking about reaching out, we use outreach. Outreach is the act of reaching out to a particular group of people. Our marketing team is planning an outreach campaign to attract new customers.
Moving to finance-specific terms, beyond revenue and profit, what are some others, Natalie?
Well, you'll definitely encounter budget. A budget can be a noun or a verb, meaning an estimate of income and expenditure for a set period of time. We need to stick to the marketing budget for this quarter, or as a verb, we need to budget carefully for next year's expansion.
And then, when we need money, we talk about funding. Funding is money provided, especially by an organization or government, for a particular purpose. The startup is seeking funding from investors to grow its operations.
Related to that, investment. An investment is the action or process of investing money for profit or material result. The company made a significant investment in new technology.
Okay, let's shift gears to marketing. These terms are super important in today's digital world.
Absolutely. First, brand awareness. This is the extent to which consumers are familiar with the distinctive qualities or image of a particular brand of goods or services. Our goal for this campaign is to increase brand awareness among young adults.
And then, the people you're trying to reach, target audience. This is the particular group at which a film, book, advertising campaign, etc. is aimed. We need to define our target audience before launching the new product.
Also, campaign. A campaign is a planned series of activities to achieve a specific business goal. For example, sales or marketing. The advertising campaign generated a lot of interest in our new service.
And when things go well, you hear about ROI, which stands for Return on Investment. ROI is a performance measure used to evaluate the efficiency of an investment, or to compare the efficiency of several different investments. We need to track the ROI of this marketing campaign to see if it was successful.
And finally, a very current term, digital transformation. This is the adoption of digital technology to transform services or businesses. By replacing non-digital or manual processes with digital ones, many companies are undergoing digital transformation to improve efficiency and customer experience.
Wow, that's a lot of great vocabulary already, just by knowing these words. You're already sounding more like a business professional. We've covered general terms, meeting specifics, finance, and marketing, phrasal verbs and idioms in business. Now, let's move on to something that can be a bit trickier for English learners, but is super common in business: phrasal verbs and idioms. These are often not literal, so you have to learn their specific meaning.
You're right, Noel, they can be challenging, but mastering a few key ones will make you sound much more natural. Let's start with get the ball rolling. This means to start something, like a project or a discussion. For example, let's get the ball rolling on this new project by scheduling our first meeting.
I love that one. How about be on the same page? This means to have a shared understanding or agreement. Before we move forward, I want to make sure we're all on the same page regarding the project's objectives.
Crucial for teamwork. Next, think outside the box. This means to think creatively or unconventionally. We need to think outside the box to come up with innovative solutions for this challenge.
Excellent. And for reporting updates, we often say keep someone in the loop. This means to keep someone informed about developments. Please keep me in the loop about any updates from the client.
Another one is get the green light. This means to receive approval to proceed with a project or plan. We finally got the green light from management to launch the new product next month.
Very common. And for follow-ups, circle back. This means to return to a topic or issue later. Let's circle back to that discussion after we've gathered more data.
How about low-hanging fruit? This refers to tasks or opportunities that are easy to accomplish or achieve quickly. Let's focus on the low-hanging fruit first to show some early results to our stakeholders.
That's a very practical one, and for something that's uncertain, up in the air. This means undecided or uncertain. The details of the merger are still up in the air.
And for doing something extra, go the extra mile. This means to make a special effort, to do more than is required. Our customer service team always goes the extra mile to ensure client satisfaction.
Fantastic. These idioms and phrasal verbs really make your English sound more native and fluent in a business context. Remember, practice using them. Tips for fluency and practice. Okay, so we've covered a lot of great vocabulary and expressions, but knowing them isn't enough. You need to be able to use them fluently. Natalie, What are your top tips for beginner learners to truly master business English?
That's the million-dollar question, Noel. Here are a few things I found incredibly effective. Number 1 is to immerse yourself in business English content. Don't just study lists. Read business articles. Listen to business podcasts. Watch news channels like Bloomberg or CNN Business. Even if you don't understand every word, you'll pick up context, tone, and common phrases. Try listening to podcasts about your specific industry.
That's great advice. Active listening is so important.
Number 2 is to practice in context, not just isolated words. Instead of just memorizing deadline, try to form full sentences and even short dialogues. Role-play common business scenarios. Imagine you're in a meeting, giving a presentation, or writing an email. What would you say? Write it down, then say it out loud.
I always tell my students to talk to themselves. It sounds silly, but it works.
Number 3 is to find a language partner or join a study group. Practicing with someone else is invaluable. You can correct each other, get comfortable with real-time conversation, and even prepare for mock interviews or presentations together. There are many online platforms too. Find partners.
Yes, accountability and real interaction make a huge difference.
Number 4 is to focus on collocations, not just individual words. This is huge. English words often go together in specific ways. For example, we say make a decision, not do a decision. Or hold a meeting, not make a meeting. Learning these natural pairings will make you sound much more fluent.
That's a very subtle but powerful point. It's about sounding natural.
Number 5 is to don't be afraid to make mistakes. This is perhaps the most important. Everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers. The goal is clear communication, not perfection. When you make a mistake, acknowledge it, learn from it, and move on. The more you speak, the faster you'll improve.
Such an important mindset shift. Confidence comes from trying.
Number 6 is to leverage technology. Use AI chatbots for simulated conversations, grammar checkers for your emails and reports, and online dictionaries that provide example sentences in a business context. These tools are fantastic for self-study.
Modern tools are amazing for this. They provide instant feedback.
Number 7 is to set specific, achievable goals. Instead of I want to be fluent, try this week. I will learn 5 new business idioms and use them in 3 sentences each day. Or I will prepare a 2-minute presentation on my work in English. Small wins build momentum.
That makes it less daunting. Break it down. Natalie, these tips are gold. Thank you. Recap and call to action. Wow, we've covered so much today. From essential vocabulary like colleague and deadline to specific terms for meetings, finance, and marketing, and then diving into common idioms like get the ball rolling and be on the same page. And let's not forget Natalie's fantastic tips for building fluency. Remember, immerse, practice in context, find a partner, focus on collocations, embrace mistakes, use tech, and set goals.
It's all about consistent effort and confidence. Every little bit helps.
Absolutely. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and reach more learners like you. And if you have any questions about business English, or want to share your own tips, leave a comment below. We love hearing from you. Also, if you want more content like this, make sure you're subscribed to Learning English with Noel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Natalie, thank you so much for your time and all this incredible advice. It's been truly insightful.
It was my pleasure, Noel. I had a wonderful time.
And thank you for watching. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep building that confidence in your business English. You've got this. We'll see you in the next video.